Director of OCL, if you don't know me, and I'm here to... Thank you. I'm here to introduce our guest who will speak to us about Focus Detroit. Subdeacon Adam Murphy was kind to break away from his busy schedule on a Saturday and that essential work that he's doing for the community. He's the current director of Focus Detroit. It's a local Focus North America chapter. And Focus means the Fellowship of Orthodox Christians United to Serve. Adam is a graduate of Boston College, the School of Theology and Ministry, where he obtained his MA, Master of Arts in Theology and Ministry, and he's a graduate of Holy Cross, Greek Orthodox School of Theology, where he received his Master of Divinity. He's previously served in youth ministry and pastoral assistant roles in parishes in the U.S. and Canada, and currently serves as the head chanter at St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church in Troy, Michigan. Adam currently lives in Detroit with his rescued pit bull, Henry. Welcome, Adam. Thank you for joining us today.
All right, so as David said, I broke away. Every first and third Saturday of the month, we have a feeding ministry down at 7 Mile in Woodward, Detroit. We partner with a church called Oasis of Hope Christian Church. It's a Black Baptist church. Now they would call themselves non-denominational, but they come from the Baptist tradition. And as David said, the Fellowship of Orthodox Christians United to Serve, Focus. You can go to the next slide. That's what it stands for, and we have chapters and centers all over the country, and we do youth programming through our YES program, Youth Equipped to Serve. And so in Detroit, we have several different programs that we do. You can go to the next slide. So our mission and vision overall for the national organization is Focus Detroit engages people in Christ's call to serve by providing opportunities and resources designed to support communities in need. And our vision is we envision a world where everyone experiences and shares the transformative love of Christ. Next slide. And our local mission statement is creating a more beautiful Detroit from inside out. And so we really believe that our Orthodox worship, our Orthodox theology is imbued with beauty at its foundation. Our iconography, our hymnody, our theology is all rooted in the poetic nature of Christ's creation. And we see that in Genesis, and we see that all throughout the scriptures and all throughout the story of our salvation. And so we're really trying to live into that, into Christ's call, to create beauty here where we can, and to share Christ's light to those in need. And in that way, we can transform the heart, not just giving resources, material resources to those in need, but really changing people, because a lot of the folks we serve have never experienced beauty in their lives. A lot of them were born into abusive situations. A lot of them had addicts as parents. A lot of them didn't really have a father at home, didn't have a church community to go to. A lot of the things that we participate in, a lot of things that we have foundationally from our faith and from our families and from our upbringing, they have never experienced. So a little bit of what we can share is just innate to us. And what we see through our baptism and our participation in the sacramental life of the church, we're able to give that as the liturgy after the liturgy. And so we see in Genesis, at the Oaks of Marmara, Abraham entertaining the three angels. We see this in Rutlev's icon of the Holy Trinity. And we hear that you have to serve angels unaware, because you don't know who's going to show up. And so a lot of times when we serve, we interact with angels unaware. We're looking at the icon of Christ in front of us, because we're all made in the image and working toward the restoration of the likeness of God in ourselves. That's really at the foundation of what Focus is doing. The acronym also stands for food, occupation, clothing, understanding, and shelter. And so like Abraham at the Oaks of Marmara, we're giving food to angels unaware. And that's essential to our Christian walk. Next slide. Oh, our ministry's perfect. All right, so our ministry is what we do here. Every Focus Center across the country does different things. And so we address the needs of our local community that we're serving, but also what our Orthodox parishes already have and what they want to participate in. So we're not here to force anybody into things that they don't want to do or force resources onto folks that don't really need them. But we have a Saturday feeding ministry that is happening right now, the first and third Saturday of the month. And during COVID, before COVID, we were working at different schools throughout the city. And we were doing weekend snack bags and meal bags. We were doing different educational resources initiatives with the schools. And then COVID hit. That's when I first came here. I came December of 2019. And in March, everything shut down. So what are we going to do? We have to kind of pivot. And so at one of the schools on 7 Mile, right east of Woodward, a Greenfield Union Elementary Middle School, we did sacked lunches. And so every Saturday we were getting volunteers from our Orthodox parishes to make 125 meals. And whoever needed one came on, especially the kids from the school and their families. A lot of the kids lived an hour away from the school. They would have to take the bus from East Detroit all the way up to 7 Mile and Woodward. And so they didn't have resources from the school. So we would deliver groceries to their families. And so there's a church, Oasis of Hope Christian Church that I told you about. They were doing a meal once a month. And I saw what they were doing. I was curious. And just that same day, the pastor stopped by, said, "What are you guys doing?" And so I explained what we were doing. And then I walked over to the church and saw what they were doing. And I said, "We're both trying to accomplish the same thing and live the kingdom here and now and serve our neighbors in need. Let's do this together." So we increased what they were doing, 50 meals once a month, to 125 twice a month. And now we're at 175 twice a month. During COVID also, we saw the need. A lot of the folks don't have money to go to a laundromat and wash their clothes. So we thought of having a free store. How do we do that with COVID rampant? We got a 40-foot shipping container, and we built it out with insulation, drywall, shelving units, and we got donation from local parishes to have hygiene products and clothing. So we have a free store out of a 40-foot shipping container called Outfitted for Good. And so a lot of the folks, that's the way that they do their laundry, is by coming and getting new clothes and hygiene products. And so we walk up, we let them shop for 6 items and then a hygiene bag. And they also get the hot meal that day too. And so we're trying to increase our offerings slowly by slowly. And we're hoping that we can institute more. This past Wednesday, we had our first Paraclesis service at our office chapel. It's St. Nectarios Chapel, and we have icons of St. Paisios Porphyrios, we have St. Maria of Paris, we have St. John Maximovich, we have St. Raphael of Brooklyn, so we have a lot of St. Moses the Ethiopian, and so we're going to try every Wednesday, where we can get a clergy or not, do a little prayer service to pray for our Orthodox community, as well as the community that we serve in, to make sure that people stay safe, to make sure that through a little prayer for people that don't have anybody to pray for them, people that are addicted to drugs and alcohol can maybe not take that one extra drink that day. So we're starting that every Wednesday, and I'm hoping to get a schedule of clergy that can come down along with their faithful. We'll be doing work days from 10 a.m. until noon, and then noon until about 1. We'll have a little prayer service and refreshments. So all the clergy, I'm going to be sending out a scheduler for that. It's not under any homophoria, it doesn't have antivincians, so we're trying to make it so that it can be pan-jurisdictional. So anybody can come and pray at it right now. And then down the line, we'll see by God's grace what can happen. But this is a thing that we're doing for the community and for all of us to come together, just like Focus is trying to do in general. We have back to school supply collection. We do that every summer, and we provide school supplies for Commonwealth Community Development Academy as well as Greenfield Union School in 7 Mile. We have the Motor City Orthodox Christians Conference for young adults ages 21 to 40. That's happening this year, November 1st through 3rd, and has happened the past 2 years as well. And it's a really great weekend. We'll be getting to a slide about that shortly. We have a Thanksgiving dinner and basket distribution. We have Christmas gifts that we collect for students in Detroit, and we do tutoring and mentoring program with our Tuesday meal at the school, Commonwealth Community Development Academy. Next slide. So here's just some images from our Saturday feeding ministry. Let's go to the next one too. So we get about 12 to 15 volunteers. We work hand in hand with the community at Oasis of Hope Christian Church. And we distribute now 175 meals twice a month, like I said. And at the same time, we have the Outfitted for Good clothing closet going. Tuesday evening dinners we do at Commonwealth Community Development Academy. We have anywhere from 30 to 60 kids that stay after for tutoring and mentoring. And then we also have arts and crafts programs that we do right before the meal while we're preparing them. I usually cook all the meals for the kids, but we do have parishes that step up and will prepare a meal on a Sunday afternoon, put it in the refrigerator or freezer. I'll come pick it up and we'll heat it up. We have sign-up geniuses on our Focus website, links there for both the Saturday and the Tuesday ministries. Next slide. Some more pictures of the crafts. And there's our shipping container Outfitted for Good. It came just like one you see on a freight liner, and we built it out. Put windows in it, more doors, insulation, etc. Next slide. All right, and so this coming weekend, we have our annual gala, which is an evening of gratitude. It's going to be at the Basilica of St. Mary at the Cultural Center. It's our biggest fundraiser of the year. So there are tickets still available. I was asked to put that plug in today. So if you go to our website, you can get tickets there. We're going to have a live band there, a Motown band, Lady Sunshine and the X Band. We're going to have great food and drink and great camaraderie. And the Motor City Orthodox Conference, it's November 1st through 3rd this year, as I said. Next slide. And we're having Katrina Bitar, who is the former director of the Youth Equipped to Serve program with Focus. Now she is the director of operations for Focus. And we have Father Lucas Christensen, who's doing his PhD at Notre Dame in sacred imagery and liturgics. But the theme of this year's conference is Made in His Image. There's 1 day left for registration, so if any of your young adults want to attend and can't sign up by tomorrow, please contact me and I'd be happy to get them into the conference. But it's going to be a great time. The Friday night we're having a mixer, and then on Saturday evening we're going up to the Highlands at the top of the Renaissance Center. So there's a 365 view of Detroit and Windsor from up there. And it's a great time. And then we're doing liturgy all together at Annunciation Cathedral in downtown Detroit. Just some pictures from our Thanksgiving basket distribution. And then the Christmas gift distribution. We get 180 kids Christmas gifts, at least one. Oftentimes they're getting 3 Christmas gifts. A lot of them otherwise would not get a Christmas gift. So if you're interested in that program, again, please reach out to me. We'd be happy for your parishes to participate or families. And that's just a brief summation of what we do. But it's really our opportunity to live the 2 greatest commandments, loving the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind, and loving neighbor as self. Because on these 2, all the other commandments and the words of the prophets hang. So if you'd like to be involved, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. All my contact information is at focusdetroit.org. Our clergy, Father Dimitri, has been involved in the past with Focus. We're grateful for all the support that all of our clergy and hierarchs have given us over the years. We're at a new stage in Focus Detroit of our participation. We have increased our participation tons over the past 5 years since I've come, and I'm really grateful for all your support and all the gifts that God's given us. and is giving to those in Detroit who are in so much need. So thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. Does anyone have anything they'd like to ask Adam?